Cutting up
some shit I seen on TikTok, and I was like, you know, let me react to it, because, you know, I always have a lot to say about cutting up and whatnot, because technically I am, well, I don't want to say technically, I am a vet in in cutting up. I have my fair shares here and there, so there's that. I got like 2 other videos I want to watch, but those are like pretty long, and I don't really feel like watching that. And then actually, I'm gonna do one more. Hold on, I'm gonna do one more, and then we're gonna end it like that. Well, we're gonna end up with the last thing, and then yeah, because I want to finish watching this shit.
traffic isn't just some random internet challenge. It's a whole underground culture built on one simple idea. How close can you get to losing everything without actually losing it? Some of these drivers became legends.
My name is Mr. Squeeze.
Others became warnings. Some of them even disappeared from the surface completely. Today, we're ranking every single one of them, from the ones who defined the game to the ones who shouldn't have been playing it at all. So now, let's get straight into it.
That boy, I think, no. Let's say that's like, D-Lo.
All right, first up, we gotta talk about the man, the myth, the legend, Squeeze Benz. He is by far the most popular driver from the Squeeze team. His run started back in late 2023, and he kept it going all the way until his arrest in April 2024. During his prime, he gave us some truly legendary clips that basically defined the whole scene. His driving style was just unmatched. It was super aggressive. He went for almost every single gap, but it was still somehow really calculated at the same time. He just knew his cars and had an eye for spotting openings, which makes sense because he's been cutting up since he was young. He became famous for those impossible-looking gaps, the countless police chases, and of course, the drifting videos in Times Square that even got worldwide attention. And for someone driving like that for 6 months straight, it's actually insane that he did not get into any crashes at all. That's why I'm putting him in A tier. He's the one we have to compare everyone else on this list to. After Squeeze's arrest, the scene went quiet for a while, but not for too long, because a new driver appeared. His name is License, and he quickly built a reputation because his driving style was so similar to Squeeze's. But what really made him stand out were his insane white lines. Just like Squeeze, his driving was extremely aggressive, which made for some unbelievable footage. His wanted level definitely rose as his clips got replayed all over YouTube and Instagram. He also went to Times Square once, which turned out to be a huge mistake. He was live streaming from his parked Lamborghini Urus when he noticed cops staring him down. Seconds later, multiple officers rushed his car, trying to block him in as he tried to drive off. He barely made it out, and the footage of it was actually crazy. After that, he laid low for a bit before coming back, but it was obvious something had changed. He started uploading less, and you could tell his driving wasn't as aggressive anymore. It almost looked like he finally started to care about other people on the road. Just recently, he announced he's quitting and won't make any more cutting up videos, saying the constant paranoia and fear of arrest led him to that decision. His clips gave us some insane moments, and with only one crash on his record, his career was pretty smooth. That's why I'm ranking him as B tier. Around the same time License was coming up, another member of the Squeeze team started to get recognition too. His name is Devious, and after seeing his clips, you know exactly why he got that name. He once did a collab video with License in which he made him look almost slow in comparison, but something was off. His driving was just too crazy. People started theorizing that he might actually be Squeeze Benz. Even though the real Squeeze was in jail, the similarities were just too strong, and people thought he never actually got arrested. Before that collab, he was regularly posting clips on Instagram and gained a decent following. Unfortunately, we never got to see more of him. He announced a video was dropping on his YouTube channel, but he never uploaded it, so we're left wondering what even happened to him. Considering everything, I think putting him in B tier is fair, but if we had more content, he could easily be ranked in A. Next up, we got a true OG of the scene. With over 700 videos on his channel, he's not only one of the first drivers, but he's also the only one who stayed free and out of trouble for multiple years straight. He started posting in June 2021, and his driving style has basically stayed the same since. What made him special was his love for driving at night, high-speed rides, and police chases. He's one of the few drivers who never left his city, which gave him insane awareness and city knowledge. That's how he made it out of dozens of police chases with ease, usually losing the cop in just a few seconds. Even in the more intense situations, he always managed to escape. Unlike Squeeze or License, he keeps his stuff on the
what is it? This nigga? What is it? 918? Where's 918?
low.
Yeah, he's like an OG. Honestly, around this time is like prime time of cutting up. 2021. Well, this is when I'm starting to fake get a little bit popular, but like 2020, 2019, 2018.
He does it for the love of the game, not for
crazy.
the views. His driving is calculated, but still reckless enough to catch your attention. That's why I'll rank him as C tier. He knows his city and does crazy cuts, but he's clearly not on the level of License or Squeeze.
I guess.
We're EF Ultimate Break, the best way to see the world for anyone 18 to 30.
Next up, we're not just talking about one driver, we're talking about a whole crew. The members of Toronto Swim started in 2023 with harmless Assetto Corsa gameplay, just to take it to the real life later in late 2024. As their name suggests, they're based in Toronto, and their videos are just as crazy as some of the other guys we've covered so far. Even though they're still fairly unknown, their driving is pretty insane, and they've definitely got the wheel. They go fast enough to make the footage feel crazy, but still have total control over their cuts, sliding through some very small gaps. They clearly know what they're doing and have uploaded some insane runs. But since we can't see any crashes or chases to know how they react under real pressure, it's hard to rank them properly. So I'd put them in C tier for now, with big potential to move up to B.
Yeah, that's yeah. That was an era too. Now, the Cross Island adult be dead. Like I went this weekend, I was in the Cross Island like multiple times, going like towards like the bridge to the Bronx, and then going towards the Belt, and I ain't really run into nobody. Like it should been dead. I feel it though.
Now, let's talk about Float. You might remember him from that interview with Whereas 981, where he dropped the iconic line,
"You're 50, 60 miles an hour is my 100.
His YouTube channel's been dead since early 2025, but he's still posting regularly over on Instagram. And yeah, you can totally tell this man loves speed. When I was researching for this video, I couldn't find a single clip of him not speeding past 100. Just like the others, he's had his share of police chases and managed to outrun them all. What made him special, just like the others, he's had his share of police
the New Jersey road that I'd be taking
chases and managed to outrun them all. What made him special was his float state. His driving looks super controlled, even at higher speeds. He's aware of the risks, so he isn't always going for the tightest gaps. For a long time, he seemed to have a perfect record when it comes to his crashes, but that image was shattered when he macked into the back of a white minivan on a run he did with one of the Squeeze team members. He tried to downplay it, but his story fell apart after Sean leaked undeniable evidence, including photos of his camera mount in the wreckage of his BMW.
Right here, the little dash cam mount. He left that behind, bro. He sold himself out, bro. That's 100% his car now. Like, damn, bro.
I'll rank him between C and D. He's got the skills, but something about his past decisions makes me think there were probably multiple Macs that he never showed or admitted. So let's just slot him into D tier for now. Let's continue with Sean. He's also been around for a couple of years and built a loyal following because of his unique personality. He isn't your typical swimmer trying to get the craziest clips, and that's the reason the community loves him. His driving style is very controlled, calm, and way more chill than anyone else on this list. If you watch his content, you quickly realize he's in it for the love of cars and the fun of driving. A lot of people value him for that exact reason. It's not his driving that stands out, but his open-minded and chill persona. He's just a nice guy who loves cars and occasionally drives fast. I'll rank him as D tier, but if this tier list was just about safety and rational thinking, he'd be an A for sure.
Oh, there's so much of these things. Like, who the fuck is this thing?
Next up, we have Daddy Money.
He's been part of the Squeeze team for a while, but he started reaching more people after he collaborated with License. His driving is very aggressive, and most of the time, very fast. But I don't think he has enough experience yet, because his videos doesn't look as smooth and clean as some of the other drivers. He also got into a pretty big accident, crashing.
I dare you to let me build you a completely free e-commerce store.
His G80 into the rear of another team member. It's hard to rank him with so little footage, but overall, I'd put him in D tier. The next guy is Brick50, and his account's been quiet for 7 months now. But contrary to what many think, he actually didn't get arrested. While I was researching, I stumbled across a comment under a different cutting up video. And as you can see, it's clearly him who wrote that comment. So he's most likely just laying low to avoid getting caught, which just shows how dangerous this game can be. And dangerous is the right word to describe his driving. He's always pushing his car to the limit, constantly driving at high speeds. Despite that, you won't find any videos of his crashes on his channel. It wasn't until Sean exposed him that the community found out about his crashes. Some of them were actually really bad. After all of that, I'll rank him as D tier. His driving is good, but there's just something missing.
That's my boy. He deserves to be an A tier.
Dooley got famous for the one thing.
Yeah, but like, there's a difference though. I mean, I kind of racing is kind of like the same danger, but that nigga was racing. Kind of, you are putting other people's life in danger, but still, like, I guess niggas is pussy.
That ruined the reputation of some of the other drivers. He's the crash out of the Squeeze team, and honestly, he just doesn't give a f about his cars. He's got some skill for sure, but his ego tends to act first, which has caused countless Macs over the past months. He'll see a gap and just go for it without thinking twice, and that's gotten him into trouble more times than anyone can count. However, he's known for exactly that crash-out personality, and even after he left the Squeeze team, people still follow him for it. He's proof that sometimes personality matters more than the actual driving. Still, I have to rank him as E tier given the sheer amount of crashes he caused. The skill might be there, but the decision-making just isn't. The next guy is someone who's extremely underrated by the community because of a past crash. Snow540. He started in early 2024 and was part of the infamous...
That's how my car be looking with the little GoPro on the back of it.
GCP run, along with many other videos featuring Squeeze Benz. Snow is a very decent driver. He was able to keep up with Squeeze and Ghost every single time they were on a run. It doesn't matter if it's low speed or high speed, he just knows what it takes to cut up properly. He knows how to shift his car's weight to get through some insane gaps, and he's proved it multiple times. But Snow is especially good as the second or third driver in the group, following the lines of the others. However, that ability would catch up to him when he was cutting up with Ghost and was basically glued to his rear. He managed to follow his lines for a couple of minutes before something unexpected happened. He got a little too close while Ghost made an extremely tight cut, and Snow couldn't make it through the gap in time, resulting in a pretty bad crash.
Bad mackage. And the nigga in the front was fucked up for taking that cut, I ain't gonna lie.
I think that was just a real...
Like... Brake, light, ego... Not ego cut. Well, yeah, ego cut. That's a... Stop, man. What the fuck is he doing? Oh my gosh. I gotta slow it down, man. Because you gonna draw me. Literally, ego cut. Brake light. And he said, fuck it. At least he put on the signal. Shit. At least he put on the signal. And the nigga's going 105. He was never gonna stop that. If that was the case, nah, yeah, it was GG's. It was GG's because he couldn't make it through this one. Unless he swinged it through this one, through this way. Yeah, it was GG's. Such an ego cut. Because the other car looked like he right next to him, like right here. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, the car is still right here. That's such an ego cut. That's why I don't cut up with randoms, bro. Exactly why I don't cut up with randoms. Yeah, because that lane looked like it was open for a minute, but that'd have been a hard ass right, and he probably would have macked into the guardrail.
I think that was just a really unlucky moment, but obviously, it was still a major slip-up. He simply didn't leave enough space and literally had no time to react. His big mistake was not updating his viewers about the crash for almost a year, which cost him a lot of reputation. But after he finally
because it would have just been like his V, not somebody else's V and shit like that.
Came clean about what happened, he gained that trust back and is still driving today. Overall, I would still rank him as B tier. He doesn't rush his decisions and clearly knows how to drive. This brings us to the last guy on the list, G37 Ghost. There isn't a ton of information available about him. He keeps his stuff very low-key, which kinda matches the whole Ghost branding. His videos, though, speak for themselves. His driving style is very aggressive. He likes to drive at night, and he loves to go fast. But what I like the most are the raw, night speed vibes his videos give off. It's definitely different from what the other Squeeze team members are doing, which makes the footage feel tense even when the speed drops. He also isn't shy about posting his police chases, but given his name and driving style, it's almost certain he gets away every single time. I was trying to find clips of him crashing, but I didn't really find any. Of course, that doesn't mean it never happened, but at least there's no video of it on YouTube or Instagram. After all, putting him in C tier feels just right. He's been around for a long time, and he definitely knows what he's doing.
All right.